Welcome back to my channel EduQuest with Subhan. In the last video we saw how to draw the diagram of heart in less than 5 minutes. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the flow of the blood in the heart. Now if you see, our heart can be considered as a muscular organ made up of 4 chambers like this. Okay, this is just a simplified form that I want to teach you. Okay, now this, as you know, is right atrium. Okay, this one is the left atrium. This is our right ventricle, while this is our left ventricle. Now the two big veins, the vena cavas, one coming from the superior part known as superior vena cava, which drags the blood from the upper part of our body, and the other the inferior vena cava, bringing the blood from the lower part of the body. Now both these branches, they flow into our, this also from the backward side opens into the right atrium. Okay, now the blood from here comes into the right ventricle when this atrium contracts. Now there is, you know, a tricuspid valve here which separates the right atrium and the right ventricle. Okay, so this opens, this valve opens, and the blood comes into the right ventricle. From here the blood then moves towards the lungs. Now this move towards the lungs. Okay, and the blood from here goes into this very big artery called as pulmonary aorta. Okay, pulmonary aorta, and this blood enters towards the lungs. Now the blood from the lungs, okay, from the lungs the blood enters into the left atrium. Now this blood coming from the lungs is oxygenated blood, and through this very valve, also known as mitral valve, that separates the left atrium from the left ventricle. The blood from here pours down into the ventricle, and then an aorta that emerges from the ventricle behind the aorta carries the blood to all the part of the body. Now this is aorta. Okay, now this is the rough thing that happens. Okay, we'll see this in detail after some time. Okay, but now let us revise it again. The blood from the upper part of the body is being dragged into the right atrium by the super vena cava, and the blood from the lower part of the body is dragged into the right atrium by the inferior vena cava. हमारे बॉडी में जो डीऑक्सीनेटेड ब्लड है, बराबर, द ब्लड दैट कंटेन्स कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, बराबर, वो राइट एट्रियम में आता है. देन एक वाल्व है विच इज़ नोन एज ट्राइकस्पिड वाल्व लाइंग बिटवीन द राइट एट्रियम and the right ventricle. It opens when the right atrium contracts. It opens, the tricuspid valve opens, and the blood from the right atrium enters into the right ventricle. फिर right ventricle का contraction होगा, और जो blood from the right ventricle will be pushed into the aorta, pulmonary aorta, which will drag the blood towards the lungs. Then at the same time, when the right atrium is being flooded with the deoxygenated blood, at the same time the left atrium receives the blood from the lungs, which is oxygenated. Now the blood coming into the left atrium is oxygenated blood, and it comes from the lungs. Okay, तो वहाँ से जो खून इसमें आता है ना, उसमें ऑक्सीजन का अमाउंट ज़्यादा होता है. अब blood from the right atrium moves into the left ventricle, opening the mitral valve. तो लेफ्ट एट्रियम में से ब्लड जो है लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल में आएगा, और वो माइट्रल वाल्व को ओपन करके इसमें आएगा. ठीक है, सो जब ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करेगा, लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करेगा, तो ब्लड ये एओर्टा में से, एओर्टा जो है ना ये पल्मोनरी एओर्टा के पीछे से ओपन अप होता है माय डियर। इट इज़ लाइंग बिहाइंड दिस वेरी और पोस्टीरियर टू पल्मोनरी एओर्टा, और ब्लड थ्रू दिस एओर्टा रीचेज द होल बॉडी। ओके, अब नेक्स्ट हम लोग देखेंगे थ्रू द प्रॉपर डायग्राम के कैसे डीऑक्सीनेट ब्लड राइट पार्ट में आता है और ऑक्सीनेट ब्लड लेफ्ट पार्ट में आता है। एंड जो डबल सर्कुलेशन हम लोग देखते हैं इन अ सिंगल साइकिल, दो पार्ट में से डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ब्लड, दैट इज़ एक जो डीऑक्सीनेट ब्लड है और एक जो ऑक्सीनेट ब्लड है फ्लो होता है, एंड जिसकी वजह से इट इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज डबल सर्कुलेशन। तो उसको हम लोग डिटेल में अब देखेंगे।